grace of God, where no doctor can relieve me if I'm buried beneath the sod. But the angels won't receive me. Let me go, boys, let me go, boys. Let me go down in the mud where it's all dry. This land was always ours, was the proud land of our fathers. It belongs to us and them, not to any of the others. Let them go, boys, let them go, boys. Let them go down in the mud where it's all dry. Bury me at sea where no murder ghost can haunt me. If I rock upon the waves, the coast will lie on me. Coming up threes, boys, coming up threes, boys. Let them go down in the mud where the rivers are dry. If I should fall for grace of God, where no doctor can relieve me. If I'm buried beneath the sod, still the angels won't receive me. Let me go, boys, let me go, boys. Let me go down in the mud where the rivers are dry.
Baby, if you got to go away, don't think I could take the pain. Won't you stay another day? Oh, don't leave me alone like this. Don't you say it's the final kiss. Won't you stay another day? Don't you know we've come too far now just to go and try to throw it all away? Thought I heard you say you love me, that your love was gonna be here to stay. I've only just begun to know you. All I can say is won't you stay just one more day? Baby, if you got to go away, don't think I could take the pain. Won't you stay another day? Oh, don't leave me alone like this. Don't you say it's the final kiss. Won't you stay another day? I touch your face while you are sleeping and hold your hand. Don't understand what's going on. Good times we had return to haunt me. Though it's for you, all that I do seems to be wrong. Baby, if you got to go away, don't think I could take the pain. Won't you stay another day? to the heart of me. The love we share seems to go nowhere, and I've lost my light, for I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night. Once I ran to you, now I'll run from you. This tainted love you've given, I give you all a boy could give you. Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, tainted love. Now I know I've got to run away, I've got to get away. You don't really want any more from me to make things right. You need someone to hold you tight, and you think love is to pray, but I'm sorry, I don't pray that way. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. This tainted love you've given, I give you all a boy could give you. Take my tears and that's not nearly all.
This is a mic test.
Tainted love, don't touch me, please. I cannot stand the way you tease. I love you though you hurt me so. Now I'm gonna pack my things and go. Tainted love, tainted love, tainted love, tainted love. Touch me, baby, tainted love. Touch me, baby, tainted love. Tainted love. Tainted love. Tainted
I see the bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Don't go around tonight, or it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right. I hear hurricanes are blowing. I know the end is coming soon. I feel rivers overflowing. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. Don't go around tonight, well it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right. Hope you got your things together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Well, don't go around tonight, but it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right. Don't come around tonight, but it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right.
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you've got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems the going is just too rough, and things go wrong no matter what I do. sooner or later in life, the things you love you lose. But you've got the love I need to see me through. You got the love. 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 You got the Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you got the love I need to see me through.
Tell her I'll be waiting in the usual place till the tide and river, and there's no escape. To need a woman, you got to know how the strong get weak and the rich get poor. Slave to love. Oh, slave to love. You're running with me, but don't touch the ground. With a restless heart and not the chain bound.
Billy Ray was a preacher's son, and when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gathered around and started talking, Cousin Billy would take me walking. Out through the backyard we go walking. Then he looked into my eyes. Lord knows to my surprise, the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Yes, he was. Being good isn't always easy, no matter how hard I try. When he started sweet talking to me, he'd come and tell me everything is alright. He'd kiss and tell me everything is alright. Can I get away again tonight? The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Lord knows he was. Yes, he was. How well I remember the look was in his eyes, stealing kisses from me on the slide, taking time to make time, telling me that he's all mine, learning from each other's knowing, looking to see how much we've grown, and the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Oh, yes, he was. The only one who could ever reach me was the sweet talking son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. The only one who could ever prove me sweet was the son of a preacher man. The only one who could ever prove me was the son of a preacher man. The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a
You've done it all. You've broken every code. Pulled the rebel to the floor. You spoke the game, no matter what you say. But only metal, what a bore. Blue eyes, blue eyes. How can you tell so many lies? Come up and see me, make me smile. I'll do what you want, running wild. There's nothing left, all gone and run away. Maybe you'll tarry for a while. It's just a test, a game for us to play. Win or lose, it's hard to smile. Resist, resist. It's from yourself you have to hide. Oh, come up and see me to make me smile. I'll do what you want, run on it There ain't no more. You've taken everything from my belief in Mother what you want, just run wild.
Come up and see me, make me smile. I'll do what you want, running wild.
Hello, Charlie.
Hi lads.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, are you right?
Very good. Very good.
2 seconds. I'm just going to put this in the kitchen.
Let me just get my camera on. Hey, Trevor. Can you hear us okay, mate?
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, you alright?
I'm very, very well. Looking forward to it. Been looking forward to it all day. Let me just try and get my what's it called? My camera on.
I thought my knowledge was going to be ropey last time, but clearly not. I'm more concerned about it this time.
You reckon?
God knows. Depends what your questions are, doesn't it?
Hi, Trev.
I mean,
Hello, Charlie.
I'm excited. Right. So, first things first. Just to get the kind of logistics and stuff sorted out. Can you both see my? What do you see in front of you? Do you see my slide?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. And then if I,
Is that you playing the music?
yeah, I've had my background music on, Charlie.
Oh, right.
Like
That's
more
what I
about
was
Zoom
doing.
in the last 45 minutes than I did during the whole of lockdown. And Trevor as well. Just if when I flick between them, can you see the change in the slide?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. All right, wicked. So what I'm gonna do is I'll talk you through it, and then I'll go through it on the video call when people are on here. The YouTube, so we're streaming live to YouTube. The YouTube, and that started now. The YouTube stream is about probably 30 seconds behind. I think that's how long it takes for it to go across. So what I might do at various points is in between, or a bit like last year, I might just slow it down a little bit, just so that people at home can catch up and, do you know what I mean, and get involved in the chat. You'll need a pen and a piece of paper. Is that the lucky notepad, Trevor?
God knows. I don't know where last year's was. So I'll find the answers, just in case.
I mean, the questions are different.
1994 is the answer, Ian.
My own birth year haunts me to this day.
Horrendous. That was epic last year, though. Really was.
It was great, and you know what was quite interesting about it was I thought that Charlie, I think, sort of had a really good start, and then I think you really came back into it, Trevor.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Charlie was in front, and I was like, yeah, he's done it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, actually, it's a bit of a thought. It was like 2 or 3 points every round, and it back, until that. I think the last one we were neck and neck, weren't we?
You were neck. It was the last question was what won it, I think, right?
It was a great bet, yeah. I'd much rather that than bloody, someone battering someone.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is, it's just you just never know with these questions. You know what I mean? So I always try and do it as balanced as I can. But we'll see.
I think the harder, the better, in a way.
I think so. Yeah. So just to talk you through it, it's basically 7 rounds, of which 6 are going to be played with people who are watching along at home.
Yeah.
And then the one in the middle is going to be just for you guys. So your kind of quiz will be out of 40. Everyone else at home will be out of 36.
Cool.
And then the one in the middle was just the version of what we did last year, the Liars game. So remember that one where you got a name. You got to say how. So let's say, for example, it was like, National League teams or whatever. And then it's basically like a kind of an auction between the two of you as to how many you think you can name in 30 seconds. So if Charlie says 10, Charlie says 11, Charlie says 12, and you can call him out on it. And obviously, if Charlie does it, then he gets the point.
Nice.
And,
remind me how we're doing. Remind me how we're answering. Are we alternating? So one question Trevor will answer first. And
So the way it works is I've tried to make it so that people at home can really get involved. So basically it's six. The 6 rounds are 6 questions each. I'll ask the 6 questions bit by bit. So write your answers down. Yeah. And then we'll go through them, and you get obviously a point for a correct answer, nothing for the incorrect one. And then as I'm asking, I'll just alternate between the 2 of you. And then so obviously, Charlie, you can say one answer first, and then Trevor the other one. There's no fingers on buzzers at any point, so it's just a sort of fairly standard pub quiz round. And I think we'll probably start in about 5 minutes or so, just because we'll get everyone on the live stream, and then we'll get going. Yeah. Should be good.
May the best man win once again.
Thanks, Charlie. That was an early conceding.
But yeah, it should be good. I'm just gonna. Mem's gonna join as a fan. He says.
Oh, is he?
Cool. Right. Charlie, you going on Saturday, mate?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, you?
Yeah, I am. I'm back in the UK now, so I'm going to get to most of them.
I'm gonna go Boxing Day as well. My dad's gonna drive.
Yeah, I'm giving the Amber Battalion a lift.
I know. I saw that.
That's brave.
I went on the BeesPod. I went on our Twitter and I was looking in the DMs and I saw the messages you've been saying. They're absolutely buzzing with it.
So because I'm going. I live obviously in Essex. My family, my parents live up in like sort of Archway. So I'm going over there on the Boxing Day evening. Hi Ian, good to see you, mate. Going up there on the Boxing Day evening. The Christmas Day evening, and then I'm like driving across. I thought I might as well just pick up some people like I did for Eastleigh, to just drive people across, because it's like I'm just going there and back. I had no idea who it was, and then I think it was you, Charlie. It was like, these guys are in the Amber Battalion.
I love it.
So it'd be like a school trip all over again.
I love it.
Make sure you got plenty of Haribos and all sorts.
Well, I mean, yeah, Haribos, their own some contact numbers.
Is that Ian on the? Have you seen Ian's join?
I've got my iPad here just with the live stream, just to make sure that.
Me and Ian were chatting. Hi, Ian, mate. Me and Ian were having a little chin wag at Ev's feet the other day.
How was Ev's feet, Charlie? Well, we've got you here.
Oh, well,
Sesame seeds, Charlie. Sesame seeds.
Well. Oh my God, yeah. that was basically the highlight of the day. I went to get a burger at half time. And the snack hut is sort of in the corner, and Max Weinberg was stood there. And as I was eating it, he told me to not come too close because he's allergic to sesame seeds. Which, me, after a couple of beers, was absolutely loving that bit of info. So I just spent most of the half time just chasing him with sesame seeds, basically. That's about as exciting as it got.
And were you there as well, Trevor?
Yeah.
Oh, Trevor had front row seat for the sesame seed stuff.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, hilarious.
And then in the bar at half time, the steward, one of the funniest stewards ever, someone switched the light off. So then the steward stood in front of the light switch to make sure no one switched it off again. But then we got him in on the banter, and we were just like singing songs to him, and then he ended up switching the light off. It was just stupid banter, but it was so entertaining because we'd had such a dross of the first half to watch.
I mean, yeah.
Fine margins though. Fine margins. If that Kabamba goal wasn't offside, we go on to win it. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Just don't. You got to take your chances. Don't take your chances. You won't win. Simple as that.
Love here.
If Brunt had got on the end of that cross as well, diving in, that would have been 2-0.
I feel like he could have. I feel like it's easy for us to say, but I feel like he could have gone for that.
He could have. He didn't.
Just needed a toe or a diving header.
Yeah, diving header would have been 2-0. No one was anywhere near him.
And he had a free kick that just went past the post as well when he did it low around the ball.
Yeah, I think their sight lines are so shit from their terrace as well. It's hard to see. I mean, like Kabamba's goal, brilliant. When I saw it from where I was, up in that top corner, it looked like he'd scuffed it.
Really?
It actually looked like, because I couldn't see, I could see his turn, but that was it. And I felt, because I saw Cousins go down and thought he should have had that as well, I thought he scuffed it a bit. But then when I watched it on the highlight... Huh?
Cousins got a hand to it, didn't he? A left hand.
Yeah. I thought he should have got down a bit quicker, but
Great
when I
turn
saw,
though.
yeah,
Great
yeah, when I saw
swivel.
the highlight, turn and finish was like superb. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, I've done him a bit of an injustice there. So if you're watching, Nicky, do apologise.
It was a great finish that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna make a start, guys. So we've got a bunch of people on YouTube, another bunch of people listening on Facebook as well. So I'm gonna make a start now.
Phone is going up here just in case anybody thinks.
Right, so first things first, thank you so much for joining us, and a massive thank you to Charlie and to Trevor for stepping in again as our contenders. For those of you who are joining us at home, this is how it works. So essentially, we're going to run the quiz for 7 rounds. And then 6 of those rounds are kind of public participation. So I'll explain to you at home how that works in a moment. The 7th round is just between Charlie and Trevor, but you can play along at home as well if you want to. People at home, the best way I'd recommend you play, and I'm just going to open this up here, is to basically grab a pen and a piece or pen and pen paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through 6 questions. Okay. You can write down your answers if you want to on the piece of paper and then check them off at the end. Alternatively, if you want to do it a different way, that's absolutely fine. If you want to put your answers into the chat to kind of engage, that's absolutely fine as well. Equally, if you're playing along at home and you don't want to know the answers, just don't look at the chat while we're playing. That's probably the best way of saying it. Okay. And then at the end of each round of 6 questions, we'll pause, we'll go through, and I'll keep score of Charlie and Trevor. And that gives you you guys at home as well, the chance to keep score as we go along. And at the end, we'll kind of add it up and we'll kind of see how we get on. Now, last year's quiz was very close. Trevor pipped Charlie to the post on the final question. So will it be the same this year? We'll wait and see. Okay. So the final thing to say is that the live stream, which I've obviously got an eye on over here, is running roughly about 30 seconds behind. So if you put something in the chat, I'll try and pick it up, but just bear in mind that we're ready to go. So before we start, just a kind of quick reminder on the final things then. So it's 6 rounds of 6 questions. The score is going to be out of 36, or for Charlie and Trevor, it's going to be out of 40. And then you can enter your cumulative score in the comments as we go. I'm just going to let that sit out there for a moment. So if anyone on the live stream has got any questions before we start, then just drop them in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to make a start in a moment. But before we do, Trevor, starting with you as reigning champion, first of all, how confident are you that you're going to do the double tonight?
I wasn't confident last year. I thought last year the knowledge was going to be lacking, but it very much depends on what you've put together, mate. It really does. So, but hey, who knows?
Charlie, you've got a new shirt on for the occasion. We haven't seen this on the stream before. Again, is revenge on the menu tonight?
Well, who knows? I'm up against great competition, as we all know from last year. But it's so tight. Me and Trevor, as we both know, inside out of the club. So listen, it could go either way. But I'm gonna do my best to sneak it.
Okay. Well, without further ado, let's make a start. So this is round 1. So as I said, people at home, you can either write it down as you go. You can enter them in the chat. It's up to you. If you're playing and you don't want to enter it in the chat, just write it down and have a look at the end of the round and give yourself a score. So Trevor and Charlie, again, I'm going to give you about roughly 15 seconds per question. Okay. So this round is called Season's Greetings. And it is 6 questions all about this season. So question number 1 is as follows. It says, who scored Barnet's first league goal of the 23-24 season? So who scored Barnet's first league goal of the 23-24 season? Those who are playing along at home, you can either write it down or alternatively, you can put it in the chat. Question 2. Nicky Kabamba is Barnet's leading goal scorer with 20 goals. Who is our second highest goal scorer? Okay. So who is Barnet's second highest goal scorer? There were some foolish people who said that Nicky Kabamba wouldn't get to 10 goals this season, but I can't remember who they were.
Who would that be? Who would that be?
Not me, and it wasn't them.
Okay, question 3. Who is the only member of Barnet's first team squad with a nationality from outside of the UK? So who is the only member of Barnet's first team squad with nationality from outside the UK? Question number 4. Who is the oldest member of Barnet's first team squad? Who is the oldest member
Ooh.
of Barnet's first team squad? Yeah.
1 or 2.
6 months in it.
Is there? I'm sticking with what I've written to start with. So,
I think.
Okay. And then lastly, so not lastly, penultimately, which team were the first to defeat Barnet this season? Which team were the first to defeat Barnet this season? And then our final question of the first round is which player wears number 25 for the Bees? Trevor's put his pen down, whipped out his pipe.
I think I'm right. I don't know.
Okay, right. So those of you playing along at home, there's quite a few of you, either on Facebook or YouTube, just either pop your answers into the chat, or alternatively, you can, just give us your score at the end. So we're going to kind of bounce between them. So this is season's greetings. So we're going to start with Trevor. Trevor, what did you get for question 1? The first goal was scored by?
I've got Nicky Kabamba.
Charlie?
Oluwu.
It is Oluwo. Yes, Adi Oluwo opening the scoring against Hartlepool. Okay, question 2. Nicky Kabamba is our leading goal scorer, but Charlie, who is our second leading goal scorer, please?
Danny Collins.
It is Danny Collins, indeed. Trevor, what do you go with?
Danny Collins as well.
Good stuff. So it's a nice close start. Okay, question 3. Who is Barnet's only member of the first team squad with nationality from outside the UK? Trevor?
Idris Kanu.
It is Idris Kanu, correct. Charlie, what do you go with?
I think Sierra Leone, isn't it?
Sierra Leone, well done. Question 4. The oldest member of Barnet's first team squad. Charlie?
I remembered after who the other one was, but I've gone with a chemo.
Trevor?
I've gone with a chemo as well.
It's Gary Hooper.
Oh, yeah, see, that's the other one,
6 months older.
I didn't even think of Hooper. I was thinking of
Jerome
Ben Coker.
Oh, no, definitely Hooper. Definitely Hooper. It's 35.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 5 on this round then. Coming to yourself, Trevor. The first team to defeat Barnet this season?
The Strevolution, Dagenham and Redbridge.
Spot on. Charlie, what'd you go with?
Well played. I've gone elsewhere there, and I'm fucking kicking myself. Excuse my language. I said Rochdale.
Yeah,
well, I thought Rochdale, then I thought, no, definitely away, but where was it? I thought, no, it's got to be earlier than that.
So yeah, the answer there was Dagenham. And then final question, which player wears number 25 for the Bees? Charlie?
I'm pretty sure I've got this wrong, but Finley Potter.
Trev?
Gary Hooper.
Sam Barrett.
Oh, Jesus.
Sam Barrett. Yeah, I thought I'd thrown a bit of a curveball there. So after round 1, scores on the doors. Charlie, please.
I've got the first 3 right and the last 3 wrong. So 3.
Trevor?
3 as well.
So it's 3-all. We'll just give everyone a moment in the chat there to pop your score into the chat. Is anyone ahead of Trevor or Charlie at the moment? So we'll give you guys a moment to pop yourselves in there.
Rochdale one, that was a terrible shot.
Sam Barrett. Sam Barrett. No one remembers Sam Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's a question as to whether or not he could be considered a member of Barnet's first team.
That Dagenham game feels like a draw, just because it was an own goal and it was so late. I don't really look at that as a defeat, even though
so far on the chat we've got Ben, Ian, Edward on 3, but Jensen, Ludlow, Gibbon He's on 5 out of 6.
Nice.
And Ben actually got the same sequence as yourself there, Charlie.
3 off.
3 on, 3 off. Yeah. Jensen flying ahead there. Nice stuff. Okay, well, we'll come back to the chat as we go. Jensen went with Connor Stevens for the last one, which is an understandable mistake to make.
That's not a bad shot.
And
I don't mind.
No.
your brother
yeah.
Charlie in the other game that's going on, Will also on 3. Jack's on 4.
Is he?
So,
he's
yeah,
next
he's
door. He's round mine at the minute. Might go in and have a word.
Okay, right. Question 2. So this round is guess the player. Now, we did a version of this last year. And this round works as follows. It's a career path. Some of these players are in Barnet's first team squad. Some of them are players who have left Barnet. Where they've had lots of clubs, and for example, they might have been on loan at one club for like one game. I've taken that out. Okay. So again, all you're going to do is you're going to look at the career path and you're going to tell us who the player is. Okay. So again, we're just going to write these down as we go. There's 6 of them. So this is the first career path we've got. So this is the current Barnet player. Hitchin, Kettering, Brackley, Barnet. Hitchin, Kettering, Brackley, and Barnet. Okay. Next sequence. Again, another current Barnet player. Burnley, Chesterfield, Grimsby, Barnet. So another current Barnet player. Okay, number 3. Colchester, Newport, AFC Wimbledon, Barnet. Again, another current player. Hi, Nicholas. Thanks for joining us. Just jump in whenever you want, Nicholas. This round is all about just guessing the player from the career path. So good to see you. Okay. Now moving on to some XBs. Barnet, Birmingham, Luton, Hearts, and Gillingham. So this player is still playing. I'll give you an additional clue, which is that they have a brother who plays professional football for Wrexham.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 5. Another XB, now retired, played only at Underhill, not the Hive. MK Dons, Portsmouth. Sorry, MK Dons, apologies, Barnet, Portsmouth, MK Dons, Crawley, and Notts.
That's hard. My brother's in there shouting that he's got it. Well, I don't want to know that, do I?
Okay. And then lastly, Barnet, Peterborough, Ipswich. I was just going to put it as the first 2, but that would be...
That's really annoying me. You show me.
Okay.
If you show me that, like not in quiz form, I reckon I'd get that.
I know. Right. Okay. So, on to the answers. Guess the player. Charlie, starting with yourself, please. Number 1.
Callumstead.
Yeah, spot on. Callumstead, number 1 there. Current Barnet player. 2.
Did Trev get that?
Trevor.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. Yeah. Sorry. Apologies,
Yeah,
Trevor.
Callumstead.
Number 2, Trevor.
Jordan Cropper.
Charlie.
Yeah, crop up.
Well done. Yeah, spot on. It is Jordan Cropper. Okay. 3. So this is a slightly tricky one. Charlie.
Getting PT, I'm getting flashbacks to when I wrote 1994, then crossed it out and went with another answer. I'm gonna go with my first one. I've crossed it out and written something else, but I am gonna go with my first one, Hartigan.
Trevor?
Courtney Senior.
It is Courtney Senior.
Senior was the one I wrote down second.
It's happened again.
But I thought didn't Senior come from Colchester to us?
No.
No, I believe. I mean, I've got Trevor. You're the expert on this sort of stuff, but I believe he came from AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah,
Hartigan's from Mansfield, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's annoying. I've
Okay.
got my bad.
So this was, I think, was a hard one until I gave that clue away. Trevor, this one here.
Ollie Lee.
Ollie Lee, yeah.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, it's Ollie Lee. And apologies, I did make a mistake with that. He's not currently playing. I think he retired recently. So thanks to Ben and to B1 in the chat for pointing that out. Okay, question 5. This is a good one. Charlie.
I've not got an answer, but I'm gonna say
I'll take your verbal answer if you can give me one in 5 seconds.
no, I've not got nothing. Not got nothing in the tank.
Trevor?
I had a struggle thinking of someone who went to Portsmouth. I'm not sure, but I went Joe De Vera.
It's Isel McLeod.
Oh, Isel, yeah.
Yeah, I thought the double MK would throw it in there, but I appreciate that it's a really tricky one. So we'll see in the chat in a moment who got that. And then last one here, Trevor.
Jack Taylor.
Jack Taylor, yeah, nice easy one to finish. So again, we'll give everyone at home a moment to put their scores in the chat. If you could give your cumulative scores, guys, that means that add your first round and second round score and put it together. That would be really useful, just to kind of keep things going. So Trevor, starting with you, or at least on this stream, what are you at the moment?
5 on that one, so 8 in total.
8 overall. And Charlie?
I'm 7 out of 12.
7 out of 12 at the moment. So we'll just give everyone at home a moment to put their scores in. Nicholas has just joined us, got a solid 3 out of 5 there. So if you carry on that, Nicholas, you'll be up there. Ben got all 6. That is fantastic knowledge. Jensen got 5. Some really good scores in the chat. Ian currently on 7, I believe. So that's a cumulative score. So Ben's on cumulatively 9 out of 12. Jensen, I think, leading the pack on 10, which is brilliant to see. B1, who I think they have joined after the first round, is on 6 out of 6. William on 7, fantastic. Brilliant to keep those scores coming in. Pretty close so far, so only a point in it. Jack got 3 out of 6 on that round, Charlie. So maybe he was shouting the right and the wrong answer. Okay, brilliant. Right, let's go on to round 3 then. So this round is location, location, location. Now, it's the new round. And you can see I was bored at work today, so I decided to, put in various pictures. So the way this works is this is a stadium that Barnet have played at this year. I will accept as an answer the name of the club who play there. So, for example, Dagenham's ground or Luton's ground, whatever it is, right? So I accept as an answer the name of the team who play. You have to give me the name of the ground. There are going to be 3 clues, okay, about this team that we have played or this ground that we've played at, and I want to see if you can tell me what the name of the team is who play there or the ground. Okay, so it's a little bit tricky, but in theory there's only about 15 answers or so you could possibly get. Okie doke. So location, location, location. 3 clues for each one. 1, Barnet were the first competitive opponent at this ground. 2, we haven't won here since 2018. And 3, this season's fixture against the Bees was their highest home attendance so far. So can you tell me again that either the name of the ground or the team that play there? Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So they have played there this season, and not away fixture, they would have played there this season so far. This is going to be a tricky round, this one, I think. The hardest one, I think. Right. Ground 2. Barnet have only played here 3 times. We have won once and lost twice. Tim Flowers managed Barnet for the first time at this ground. You've been there, Charlie.
This season, have I been there?
You have been there this season.
That's even more frustrating.
I'm not giving you clues, Trevor. I'm just winding him up even more.
My mind's gone blank with teams in the National League.
Oh, let's hope that's a question on the how many can you name round then.
Oh my god, this isn't good. My mind is completely gone. Now.
Okay, I'm going to move it on.
Yeah. You can.
3 of 6. It's a hard round, this, to be fair. Since our last relegation, we have played here each season and only lost once. 3 XBs currently play for this side, a minimum of 3, I believe. This ground is shared by 2 clubs, one in the National League and one in the Isthmian Premier League. So this is a very happy hunting ground for us. We've played here every year since we've been relegated. It's a really, really hard round, this, guys. So a lot of people in the chat struggling. It is a tough round.
My mind is complete. My mind's just gone completely blank.
It's a really tough round.
This round is going to be the downfall for me.
There's a lot of people in the chat saying it's hard, so I apologize slightly for it. It does get easier. Chris Emery loves this round. I'm glad you do, Chris. It makes up. It balances out for Charlie's. Okay, right. Ben's only got 1 out of 3. He reckons it. All right, let's go to question 4, round 4. So round 4. Barnet have only ever played here once. So the only time we've ever played this ground was this season, and we won. We have a 100% win record. The team that play there are nicknamed the Nash.
I've got that.
Okay.
You should have named this the Steve Percy round or something, shouldn't you?
I thought it was going to be easier. When you know the answer, it's obviously very easy, but when you don't, it's hard.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Last 2. This is a great stat. Barnet have lost their last 6 games against this side. Their last 6 consecutive games. Our last 3 home league games against this side have all ended 2-0. Jerome Akimo scored his only goal of the season at this ground last season. And it was 1 goal of 9 scored in that game. Again, this is a ground that Barnet have played at this season. Glad it's picking up for you, Ben, in the chat. And B1, I'm glad it's picking up for you as well. Okay, last location round. Before this season, Barnet hadn't won at this ground in a competitive league game. Before the last 2 seasons, Barnet hadn't scored at this ground. And this is a ground we played at every single year since we've been relegated. Barnet have only ever scored 1 goal in a game at this ground. So we've never scored more than 1 goal.
I think I've pulled it back in the last 3 there.
So this is a ground that we've been to every season since we've been relegated. I believe all 3 of us have been there this season.
Oh, jeez, that's even worse.
But I could be wrong on that, Trevor, because I remember seeing Charlie there. I can't remember if I saw you that day.
This Tim Flowers one is sending.
Yeah, I think I've got it.
Okay.
Absolutely do.
Jack says he's lucky to get 1 out of 6. Right, let's get into this then. So this is a tough round. So let's get into the answers. Okay, we're going to start with Trevor. This first one here, it's the first competitive opponent. Haven't won it since 2018, and this season's victory against the Bees was the highest so far. Trevor?
Chesterfield?
Correct. It is Chesterfield. Charlie?
Yeah, Chesterfield.
Good stuff. Okay, so got a 1 point there. Right. Second one, Barnet have only ever played here 3 times. Charlie, I'm sorry, I'm coming to you on the one that is the
I've not
hardest
got.
one.
I've got a big X because I've not written anything.
Okay. Do you have a guess, a random guess, verbal guess?
Bromley.
Trevor?
It's Meadowbank, Dorking Wanderers.
Dorking Wanderers. It is indeed. Okay. 3. Trevor, let's go to you, sorry.
Hayes Lane, Bromley.
It's Bromley. Charlie?
Didn't write anything.
Yeah, Bromley. Okay, so that's the one that we've got here for this one. Right, Charlie, I think we were a bit better on this one. It said you pulled back the final 3. The Nash play at?
Oh, Oxford City?
Not quite. Trevor?
Oh, I've got Oxford City as well.
Now, the answer is this is probably the hardest one. It is Curzon Ashton.
Oh,
And I quite like their nickname, which put it in there because obviously it's the last N.
I thought it was Lee.
No, it's my. I could have been. I should have been clear about that. But I thought if I'd said cup game, would have given it away. Okay, last 2 then. Trevor.
Dagenham and Redbridge.
Yeah, I thought that was an incredible stat that we'd lost our last 6 against them.
Yeah.
Really amazing stat. Okay, and then finally to finish off with Trevor. Sorry, not Trevor, sorry, Charlie.
Boreham Wood.
It is Boreham Wood. Trev?
Yeah, that's what I got as well, eventually.
Brilliant. So again, we'll give everyone a moment just to pop your scores into the chat. You can put your round score in or your cumulative score. Charlie, whenever you're ready, just give us your cumulative score so far.
I got 3 out of 6 in that, so that's 10 out of
18. Trevor?
5 on that one, so 13 out of 18.
But it can all change.
I've got some work to do.
It can all change. We'll give everyone a moment in the chat to pop their scores in. So again, just give us your cumulative score so far. Ben is on 12 while we prepare ourselves for the liars round. Chris, 5 out of 6. Couldn't think of the Dagenham one. It is a really hard question, Chris, that Dagenham one. I think it's an incredible stat that we've lost our last 6 games against them. There. Ian doing strong on 10 out of 18. Brilliant stuff. Jensen, 13. So up there with Trevor, only picking up 3 there. And Jack getting 2 out of 6 on that one. So it's going to be close. Okay, we'll keep putting your scores into the chat, guys. We're going to move on to this round. Now, this round, you can play along at home if you want to, but kind of in your head, albeit. This is called Lies. So the way this works is, good stuff. Nicholas, nice on 3 out of 6, 6 out of 6 overall, good. And William, 10. The way it works is there's 4 categories. So these are bonus points just for Charlie and Trevor. You can play along at home if you want to. You're going to get 30 seconds, guys, to name as many of something in a category as you can. So say, for example, I said, can you name, please, things in my kitchen? Trevor might say, I can name 10 things in his kitchen. Charlie might say 11. Trevor might say 12. Charlie would then say, I can't do 13, but I'm going to call Trevor a liar. And Trevor's got 30 seconds to name 12. If he can do it, he gets the point. If he can't, he doesn't. Okay. So, first category is how many members of Barnet's first team squad can
how many do we have? Is the question.
Name?
How many are
Well,
there?
I mean, how many members? How many do we have? I'd say roughly about 23, 24. Okay.
I think we've got 25.
So, Trevor, let's start with your starting bet, please.
Let's go 20.
In 30 seconds.
20 in 30 seconds?
Yep.
Charlie?
You're a liar.
Okay, Trevor, you have got 30 seconds to name first team squads. Minimal heckling is allowed, Charlie. When are you ready, Trevor? Off you go.
Laurie Walker, Reece Hall-Johnson, Jordan Cropper, Ben Winter, Dominic Revan, Jerome Akimo, Danny Collins, Adi Aluwo, Ben Coker, Dale Gorman, Nicky Kabamba, Anthony Hartigan, Harry Pritchard, Zach Brunt, Idris Kanu, Marvin Armstrong, Courtney Senior, Sam Barrett, Musa Diarra,
one more
back, and Jordan Gilmore.
Brilliant. 28. So that's outstanding work, Trevor. Well done, mate. That is a solid point there. Fantastic work.
Well played.
That is very impressive. Okay.
I like how you did positions in squad and not
11
and then the bench.
Back to front,
yeah, I like that. I would have gone 11 and then bottled it on the bench probably.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Next one. So similar to last year, how many National League teams can you name? Charlie, we'll start with your starting bet, please.
10.
Trevor?
I'll go 11.
Charlie?
12.
Trev?
15.
He's like a poker player, just reading you in. Charlie?
I've got to go for it, so 16.
Trev?
17.
If he gets this wrong, do I get a point?
Correct.
You're a liar.
Okay, Trevor,
Okay.
again, 30 seconds, 17 teams. Off you go in 3, 2, 1.
Chesterfield, Bromley, Barnet, Aldershot, Solihull, Oldham, Southend, Dorking, Altrincham, Dagenham, Borehamwood, AFC Fylde, Ebbsfleet, Oxford City, Kidderminster, Wildstone. Who else is left?
One more.
Gateshead, Halifax.
Brilliant. Trevor, you could have done 24. You could have said 25 and you probably would have got the point.
I think I'm underestimating oh, this is fair fucks.
Charlie, we've got to bring this
No,
back.
I fucked it.
Okay, next one. This one hopefully is a little bit more reasonable.
Go on, then.
How many things in the Barnet Club shop can you name?
I'm going to go with 1.
3.
I will take quite a broad range of answers here.
I'll go 4.
5.
Charlie, you're a liar.
All right.
You surely can name 5 things in the Barnet Club shop. Okay. Trevor, I am surprised by that. Okay. Ready? Charlie, can you name 5 things in the Barnet Club shop? As much detail as possible, please.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Keyring, rucksack, scarf, hat, Barnet FC training top, and a Barnet FC shirt.
Trevor, I'm going to give you, because you don't go in the Charlie's gets the point there, because you don't go in the club shop that often. I'm going to give you a true or false. Are Barnet FC selling a copy of Football Manager 2023 or 2024, Trevor? What do you reckon?
Knowing us, 2023.
Correct. Are we selling an autograph book in year 2023? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. And how much does the Barnet FC rucksack cost, Trevor?
Oh, that was something outrageous, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know that because I took the photo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What was it?
$59.99 or something, isn't it?
59. I was going to say $49.99.
I think it's 59. I'm pretty sure it's 60 or something. Okay, that brings it back to our final lies round then. So 2-1 on the moment. Ben says G-Lace. They do sell G-Lace.
They do sell G-Lace. Great knowledge.
Very nice.
They've also got a sales.
I could do with a new one. I might have to pop in and have a look.
Okay, so next one, final question of lies, is how many ex-Barnet players who currently play in the Football League can you name? Who currently play in the Football League? So, Trevor.
1.
Charlie?
3.
Trevor?
I can't even think of 2. That's a worry.
Mouse, that's this bad.
Yeah, go on, Charlie. You might as well go for it.
Okay, Charlie, you are naming, is it 5, I believe, right?
3.
Or 3? 3. Go on, Charlie. Nice and easy. 3, 2, 1. Off you go.
The first 3 that came to my head were Jack Taylor, Matt Stevens, and Yannick Bolasie, who just signed for Swansea.
Yeah, I'll give you those. Other mentions: Dan Sweeney, Matty Stevens, Ryan de Havilland, Ephraim Mason Clark. So there's a reasonable list there of players who have done it. So,
yeah, I thought Harry Smith and Albert Dome are still at QPR, so they're the only 2 I could think of.
Okay, well, as we move on, halfway through the quiz, we're at 15-12 to Trevor. Those of you at home, this is your chance to rejoin as we go into the final 3 rounds of the quiz. So the next round, pens and paper at the ready, is the numbers round. Now, for this round, there's a point per question. For some of the questions, and I'll say this in advance, I'd accept a point will be within a spread of answers. Okay, so all the answers here are numbers. So this will hopefully open it up. Ben, you're spot on. Ryan Watson and Yedom do both play in the Football League as well. And Santos says Nicholas spot on as well.
Sure.
Okay. How many times have Barnet either scored or conceded 4 goals this season? Again, this is in all competitions, obviously apart from preseason friendlies. So how many times have Barnet either scored or conceded? For context, we played 23 league games and cup games on top. Question 2. In the 23 league games Barnet have played, how many goals have they scored? I'll accept a spread here, so that will be clear in the answer. So you can get a point if you're within 1 or 2 goals. Question 3. How many goals has Harry Pritchard scored this season?
Like all
This could-
competitions.
Yes. Question 4. How old is Dean Brennan? Again, I'll accept a spread here, so it's not a spot-on number.
Should fucking know this, shouldn't I?
I've gone. I think the spread is 3 years either side, from what I remember. Question 5. What's the record attendance at the Hive this season? Again, I'll accept quite a big spread here, I think, within 50 either side of the number. And lastly, question 6. How many appearances did Sam Beard make for Barnet? And again, I'll accept a spread here. Sam Beard, how many appearances did he make? That includes both starts and coming off the bench. So this is quite a tricky round.
I enjoyed that round.
Okay. Into the answer. This might be a leveler, currently 12-15. So let's start with yourself, Charlie. How many times have Barnet scored or conceded 4 goals this season?
I'm going to go 3, and that was Rochdale away, Newport at home, Oldham at home.
I've
Trevor?
gone 6.
The answer is 7.
7?
7 times Barnet have scored or conceded 4 goals.
What?
So I don't have all the numbers in front of me, but
Maidstone,
Chesterfield,
Yeah.
Rochdale, Oldham,
Newport.
who else did we have 4s against?
Newport, Trevor.
Newport.
That's 6, and I can't remember the 7th. There is 7 there. If someone in the chat can help us out with the 7th, that would be brilliant. Okay, but no points there. In the 23 league games, how many goals have Barnet scored? Trevor?
I've got 44.
Charlie?
41.
I'm giving you both a point. Trevor, you're a bit unlucky there because you got it spot on, but my range there was between 40 and 48.
Well, I'll take a half point there. I'll take a half point.
No, I'm afraid. York, thank you.
That's unlucky. That's unlucky.
York was the other one. Yeah, thanks, Nick and Chris, for that. Okay. Answer number 3. How many goals has Pritch scored this season? Charlie?
Well, I don't know these days because I'm wrong so far out. I've said 6.
I'll take 4.
Charlie with the point. He scored 6 goals, that double against Averley.
Yeah, that's right. That's
getting him those extra 2. Nice. So that is close. Next, how old is Dean Brennan? Trevor?
I've gone 43.
Charlie?
I've gone 43 as well.
And you both spot on.
You killed me.
Get your Christmas cards in and your birthday cards in. Spot on. It is 43. Thanks to everyone who is adding in York into the chat. Appreciate that. Just try to get those 4 goals correct. Okay, last 2. The record attendance the Hive this season. Charlie.
I've gone 2,100.
Brother?
I've gone 2,850.
You're both wrong. The answer is 1,909. The spread I would have accepted is up on the board there. The crazy thing about that, does anyone want to have a guess as to what game that was? Not crazy.
Was it a
surprising.
Tuesday night?
It was not a Tuesday night. The Newport game was 1-7, I believe, or 1-8. It was the first game of the season. It was against Hartlepool.
Really?
1,909. That's correct.
We've not broke the 2,000 barrier. That's shocking.
Yeah, and I know we've written a little bit about it, and we'll do a bit more work on it as well. But that is quite surprising. Obviously, Southend are bringing, I think, 1,900 almost on whenever they come.
So set the roof and everything, I think.
Yeah. It'll be like the Torquay game of old. Next, last one here. How many appearances does Sam Beard make for Barnet? Trevor?
I went 78.
Charlie?
75.
Very, very good, both of you. It's 81, so you both get the point there. So again, those of you at home, we'll give you a moment to bring your scores into the chat, either your cumulative ones or your chat ones so far. Charlie and Trevor, take a moment and then just call out your scores as we go into...
What did we get in the round between just me and Trev? We got 2 each, didn't we?
Yeah,
I've added that on there, so cancelled out. Yeah, I've got them here.
All right, 2, 12.
So Trevor, scores on the doors?
3 on that one, so I've got 16.
Plus the 2 is taking you to 18.
Oh, yeah.
And Charlie?
I've got 4 on that, so 14.
16.
So 16 altogether, yeah.
Yeah, 16 altogether. Brilliant. So some scores on the doors. Ben getting 5 out of 6 there. Excellent numbers, Ben.
I think Trev's on his way to winning.
Well,
yeah. 2 points is way too close.
Ian on 12 out of 24. Chris got 4 out of 6 in that round. Nicholas getting the 1. Only got the first question wrong as he forgot York. So Ben on 17. Some really good scores in there, guys. Jensen Ludlow has fallen off there. He got none on that round. Unlucky Jensen. So you're on 13, but there's still a chance. And I'm sure you'd like to know, Charlie, that your brother got no points on that one. So we'll see. Okay, brilliant stuff. Chris on 15 out of 24. Excellent. So actually, I think, Trevor, you are leading not just Charlie, but the whole pack here in this, with Ben hot on your tail. Okay, last 2 rounds. So this round is Who Said It, Guess the Manager. This is a variation of last season's statements round. These are quotes taken from post-match press conferences by Barnet managers, okay, at the time. In 1 or 2 instances, and I'll inform you of these are quotes given to media after they have been sacked. So I'll make sure that, that we're clear on that, okay? Take your time. You may want to almost wait for some of them until the end of the round and then try and slot in the managers. Okay, but these are all managers of Barnet who have said these things at one point. Okay, and the devil's in the detail here. So, first statement: Who said this? Who said this? The first half was an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace. If you can't head the ball at this level, then you are absolutely wasting your time. A group of players fold like a deck of cards. It's the oldest trick in the book when you're 3-0 down to have a go. So, which Barnet manager said this?
Are we spanning back however many years?
We are spanning back about, all of these quotes have been within the last 10 years.
All right.
In fact, actually, within the last 7 or 8 years, actually, probably. The exception of 1.
That could be any of them.
Any number.
I think the clue here is if you cannot head the ball at this level, you are absolutely wasting your time. Because this is a sort of variation of a theme that this manager used to say quite a lot, much to my amusement. Okay. 2. It's nice to see a few of the old faces that I remember from before. I'm not here to look at yesterday. I'm here to look at today and tomorrow. It's a hard one. So this is a clue, Barnet manager who has managed Barnet before. So this was an additional time they came back to manage Barnet, although that doesn't narrow it down as much as you might think. Okay, this one is my favourite. This came after this manager was sacked. About 6 months later, was giving an interview about his sacking on TV. I wouldn't change a thing of what I've done in terms of the coaching aspect. The only thing I don't have a grip on is the unprofessional of some people. 1 minute they're speaking to you, the next they stab you in the back. The Barnet owner said to me, I would love to get to an FA Cup final. You are Barnet. You are in the conference. What are the chances of that?
I remember that being said.
Yeah, I don't. It's which one said it?
Which Barnet manager would be dumb enough to take the second paragraph as a literal statement of intent? Okay.
Did you say the last 7 years? Because then that rules out who I'm trying to go for here.
Yeah, this guy has been here reasonably recently, although not for a long time. As in, he was not here for a long time. And think about the Barnet manager who would have the profile to go onto TV and speak about this. Okay, this might be a deceptively hard round. Let's go to number 4. I loved being back on the touchline. I've been starved of that. The supporters just want a bit of dignity and pride back in the team. A recovery has to start somewhere. We had a tough day training yesterday on and off the pitch. We sat and talked for an hour and a half. The kid came in, Eamon, didn't he? And didn't shrink. He grasped hold of the opportunity. And I'll give you a little clue here, is that this was said after a game against Bromley.
Ooh.
Jack, you are right. We have had some more people as managers. Okay. Last 2. There are no easy games in our division. I sound like a broken record, but there isn't. Like we always do, we'll take it one game at a time and stick together. I think that is a gimme. And then lastly, I've known the chairman from my days here 20 years ago. We always stayed in contact and built up a good relationship. Now, the clue I'll give you here is this is someone who managed Barnet 20 years ago and then came back to manage them again.
Oh, that cocks up one of my other answers.
So does it mine?
Yeah.
We'll go back and review them just before we finish.
Because you can't have the same answer twice, surely.
Correct.
No.
Yeah.
The same answer
No,
twice.
that
Right.
would make it
Is that number
hard
2
quiz
that
even harder.
cocks up, Trev?
Yeah.
Let's just quickly review.
Is that cocks up your number 2?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Last chance. This person here. I'll give you extra clues here. These are said after what the games they're said afterwards. So this one was said after the game against Dover.
I think you're giving too many clues, Ian, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
All right.
I think keep
I'm going to be very quiet. That's number 2.
Can you just go back to 2 a sec?
Yeah. Three.
Who the fuck is that?
4, 5, and 6. Okay. Let's get into the answers. Trevor, who said this?
Minging. Tim Flowers.
It is Tim Flowers, Charlie.
Tim Flowers, yeah.
That was a great interview in the tunnel where I thought he was genuinely going to assassinate the interviewer afterwards. Charlie, number 2.
Right. This I've had about 10 seconds to answer that because I had to change my answer. And reading that again just there, the only thing I can think of is Paul Fairclough.
Trevor.
I've gone Darren Curry.
The answer actually is Martin Allen, who
What?
said that when he came back into the club.
That's what I crossed
Yeah,
out.
he did.
Against relegation.
What is
Didn't have
going
him for
on?
that one.
It's a hard one, that one. I could have found a
I
better
had
Curry.
that. I had that and crossed out because you changed. You said something on question 6, and what the hell?
Trevor. My favourite.
Graham Wesley.
Graham Westy. Charlie.
Harry Kewell.
It is Harry
Kewell,
Kewell.
wasn't it? Yeah.
It's a fantastic interview he did on Australian TV about his time as manager.
That was it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Question 4. Charlie.
I'm gonna say Simon Bassey.
Trevor.
Paul Fairclough.
Paul Fairclough in one of the most heartwarming interviews you will have seen when he came in. 5. Trevor.
Dean Brennan.
And then 6. This is a hard one. Charlie.
Darren Curry.
Trevor.
John Still.
It's John Still. I tried to give the clue about the management side of things. Tim Flowers is great comedy looking back. I agree. So going into the final rounds.
Wow.
Take a minute to add up your scores. Charlie, I really thought you were getting back in there.
No,
and then
lost.
I think the last 2 stood away from you. So Trevor.
4 on that one, so it's 22.
Charlie.
3 for me. 19 then, isn't it?
So yeah, you're 3 behind. So I think you probably need a perfect round here. We'll give everyone else a moment in the chat before we go into the final round.
I had Martin Allen for 2, and then I thought
John Still.
I then thought 6 was Martin Allen.
Nah.
So I changed Martin Allen and then changed number 2 back to Fair. Oh god.
See, I went Darren Curry because obviously
excellent.
It was
Ben, Ian, fantastic.
Yeah.
Jensen, much better. Some
so
great answers there.
So Allen, so my head was gone on that.
Chris, apologies. It should have been full manager. Yeah, I should have been clear about that. But yeah, I'll give you a bonus point, Chris Emery. That is for an unfair comment. Okay, last round.
Some 16-year-olds whitewashing some guy in the dark. Sorry,
that's all right. General Barnett knowledge. This is my new favorite picture I found. I'm going to use this as either like dropping a 90s diss track or a Christmas card for next year.
What a pair of absolute wallies.
Do you reckon they're looking at Tony going, here's your P45?
I think it's Wesley's sort of looking like a sort of washed up David Brent.
I can't believe
it's looking like he's just done something wrong. And
I can't believe that happened. Looking at that now, I cannot believe that actually happened.
No.
Yeah, it's incredible. Well, I was saying to
both of them.
I was saying on Twitter today that they deleted or the interviews from that period have all gone. So we will never know what was said. Anyway, final rounds. Let's see if Charlie can get it.
I need a full house and hope Trevor.
Come on, Charlie.
I think these questions are I would say medium difficulty. So I think Charlie, you should be able to get a full house. Whether Trevor will step up is what we're going to look for. Okay, let's have a look. Question number 1. Who were the first ever competitive opponents at the Hive?
Okay.
Could that be the first one?
Like an idiot.
Question 2. Barnet are one of 5 National League clubs within the M25. Can you name the other 4? Again, you need all 4 to get the point. Question 3. Gary Hooper has played in 5 countries outside of the UK. Name 2 of them. Now, to be clear, and it is obvious, but just to make it really clear, because I know it's what it's like when you're doing a quiz. That's outside of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. So his time at Celtic wouldn't count.
Charlie, you're going to do this round.
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, you are. Trust me.
Okay. Question 4. Name 2 ex-Barnet players who have managed a professional football club but have never managed Barnet. I'll give you a bit of time on this. I can see you both thinking. Okay. Question 5 of 6. Alexandra Mitrovic scored at the Hive in 2018. Who was he playing for?
Eh?
Alexandra Mitrovic scored at the Hive in 2018. Who was he playing for? This is a good question. Got to think laterally here.
Still thinking of question 4.
Got to think outside the box. Question 5.
Yeah, done that.
Final question. For this one, you need to get 2. Name, sorry, 3, apologies. Name 3 companies who have appeared on the front of Barnet shirts since, not including, so since the 2004-2005 season.
I don't take any notice what goes on the front of shirts.
I felt like a bit like a sellout on this question, Trevor, but I wanted
actually,
something that was a bit different.
I might actually have to.
Get extra points for extra ones, or
Sadly not.
I need them. I need it.
I think it's gonna be close. Okay. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. And then we're gonna wrap it up. Right. Let's get into the answers. Trevor, 22, Charlie, 19. Charlie, do you think you've got enough in the bank?
I think he has. Looking at my answers,
I might. That's my best round so far. I'm confident.
Trevor?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Let's see how we get on here.
I think I might look like an absolute wally now, though. But yeah,
let's see. Trevor, let's start with you. The first ever competitive opponents of the Hive?
No idea. Have I gone Halifax?
Charlie? Chester City is correct. A 3-0 win. Bit of football trivia. I believe I could be wrong, so someone might call me out in the comments for this, but I believe that Jake Hyde scored both the last goal at Underhill and the first goal at the Hive.
Good, that's correct.
In a 3-0 win. So Charlie moves on to 20. Trevor stays on 22. Question 2. Barnet are one of 5 National League clubs in the M25. Name the other 4. Charlie, please.
Dagenham, Bromley, Wealdstone, Bournemouth.
Trevor?
I got Bournemouth, Wealdstone, and Bromley. I couldn't think of the flipping 4th one.
Exactly. Charlie moves within a point. 21 plays 22. Okay. Trevor, I really thought you'd have that. That's the sort of thing I thought you'd have on lock with the amount of kind of
Oh, do
like,
you know
considering
what?
how quickly you rattled off
I
the
was,
National
I
League.
was going, I was going through the clubs, and I was like, but then then when I think of Dagenham, I think of Essex, and I think that side, not inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Cheers.
fair.
That's
Cheers,
the bit
Ben
that.
and Chris for correcting me on the fact that actually Luke Gambin scored the first goal at the Hive. I believe Jake scored in that game, but not the first ones. There's only 1 point in it. Could we be heading to a tie break? Gary Hooper has played in 5 countries outside the UK. Name 2 of them. This is a really fun question. I'm going to go to Charlie, please.
I've gone Australia and Cyprus.
Trevor,
I went Dubai and Australia.
you both get a point. Australia, New Zealand, Cyprus, India, and the UAE. The interesting thing was obviously he was actually playing for a New Zealand club, but because New Zealand don't have their own professional football league, he ended up playing in the Australian A League, which I thought was
Do we
quite
get?
interesting.
What are we marking that? A point for each one.
It's no, just a point net. So you get it wrong or right. So you both got it right. So therefore you both move up a point. So that takes Charlie onto 22, Trevor onto 23. Okay. Question 4.
This could be this question.
Name 2 ex-Barnet players who have managed professional football club but have never managed Barnet. Now I must confess I found 2. So there may be other people out there. And again in the comments, feel free to do that. Sorry, Nicholas, you cannot get the point if you only get 3 out of 4. So again, if you got more than 1, I'm happy to be corrected. Trevor, please.
I didn't get any. No clue.
That is interesting. I was really expecting to get at least 1. Charlie.
Yeah, but I tend to not look too
Sorry,
much
Trevor.
above like non-league. That's why.
There's 1 in non-league.
I think I've got
Trevor.
I think I've got 2.
Okay, can you give me 1, please?
Alan Pardew.
Spot on.
And
the other one.
My second one is Dougie Freeman, managed Bolton.
Oh,
Correct.
Yeah.
The third one is Ben Strevens.
Yeah.
So that takes us onto 23 apiece. Could this be Hassan Tyler? Thank you. Emma O'Meara, Kevin Blackwell, Kenny Lowe, says Ben. This could be a reverse of last year.
Yeah. One of the last 2, Charlie.
Okie doke. So I'm going to go to Charlie first.
Dougie Freeman was a shout, by the way.
Yeah, very good.
23. Well, I was actually impressed at Keith Alexander.
Did he not manage
B1,
Forest as well?
I think so, yeah. But I definitely remember at Bolton. He got sacked from Bolton in like 2000.
Yeah, he was. Then I think he moved upstairs, didn't he? Sort of director of football.
Yeah, which is where he still is at Palace.
Okay, so Charlie, coming to you this time. Alexander Mitrovic scored the Hive in 2018. Who is he playing for? Charlie.
Serbia.
Trevor.
I went Slovenia.
Charlie takes the lead. It is Serbia. That is outstanding knowledge. So we move into the final question. Name 3 companies who appeared on the front of Barnet shirts since, not including the 2004-2005 season. Trevor, can you give me 1, please?
Toshiba.
Nice. Charlie, can you give me another one?
Mortgage Express.
Trevor, can you give me a third?
Yeah, whatever the current one is, Tick Health or TJC Health, whatever they call it.
I'll allow that. Charlie?
Pop Vase.
I will allow that. So, Charlie, how many did you get in total?
I wrote Mortgage Express, Pop Vase, Toshiba, but then stock because there's only 3.
And Trevor?
Canon.
As well. So that gives you both a point on the final question, which means with a stunning comeback, Charlie takes the victory.
Oh,
Mate. I told you had enough. And then
mate, that was dead and gone. I thought I was dead and gone there.
Trevor, I thought you were gonna. I was worried you were gonna absolutely run away with it at one point because I really thought. I thought the final round of questions would have played to your encyclopedic non-league strength.
The rest played to me. That was awful. Well done, Charlie. 1 each.
Well done, mate. Yeah, 1-1. It's the penultimate one, 2024 now, next year.
It is, isn't
The
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
next year is going to be the challenging decider.
decider. Bigger and better than
Trevor,
ever.
based on that quiz, where were you sort of surprised that you did well, and where were you, if you were going back to the drawing board, what
Yeah.
would you say was the area that you felt I
The
should have got a
last
bit more
round, that
there?
was it.
The
The
last
last
round.
round, yeah. Because it was so, I don't know, because it was more open, everything else was more confined into Barnet. This sort of went and mushroomed at the
Mushroomed
top.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Charlie,
I think
thoughts after that?
what I've learned from that is that my short-term knowledge of Barnet is lacking, and my like long-term memory is it serves me a
Served you
lot
well.
better. I don't know, my memory of thinking back into the past was a lot easier than thinking of stuff that's happened this season. I could just about name you the teams we played this season, or when Trev named all those National League teams, I wouldn't have done that. I would have probably stopped about 10. So yeah, my old school knowledge I think is a bit better than my recent knowledge.
Can you imagine what a quiz team we put together though?
Oh mate,
Amazing, wasn't it?
yeah,
I really think one year it'd be lovely to do an actual Barnet pub quiz at a
Yeah.
pub. I
Yeah.
think it'd be really
that'd be
fun.
great.
And I'm just going to give a quick shout out to people who are putting in their scores. So thank you so much. So Jensen 17, Jensen, a bit like Barnet this season, you started so well and then have sort of faded away slightly, but brilliant effort there. Ian 16, very, very solid. William 22, Chris 22, Ben 26 or 27, Nicholas 11, having coming off that, and the same with Charlie and Chris. But yeah, I mean, guys, that was really, really fun. It is it's really one of the highlights of my like kind of Christmas period. But Jensen had said he's 14, so he had no clue on old school knowledge. That's a fantastic effort, Jensen. So
It's
well
good though,
done.
yeah.
Um, so who knows? Maybe next year we can actually do it in person. That would be actually really
Oh, that'd be
lovely, and
good,
just
wouldn't it? Yeah.
get to a
Yeah,
pub and
definitely.
and do
Get a
it.
little area in a pub, and we'll book it out with a microphone and everything.
I think we'll definitely do that. That'd be lovely. But meanwhile, Charlie, the drinks are on me again, but they are for you. So you get a couple of drinks for me next time I see you. Trevor, you always get a drink off me whenever you, because I still owe you, I think, for last year. So you, you still owe a drink from me. But yeah, just a massive thank you to you two, and a massive thanks to everyone at home. And yeah, that was really, really fun. So well done, Charlie.
Thank you
Cheers,
very much.
Ian. Thank you for organising it.
Yeah,
Good.
No
cheers,
worries,
Ian.
guys.
Ian, and we're releasing this as a episode, are we?
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the YouTube recording up there. But I think because it's quite interactive and stuff, what I might do is I might just read out the questions myself and put some Christmas music over it, and then release that as a separate pod, which is like a 15-minute pod, so people can kind of pause and play it on their commute, or do you know what I mean? Whatever, whenever they're doing
Yeah,
it,
have a
just to
little
play
go in the
along.
car or whatever.
Yeah, and see if they can take it on. But yeah, that was really, really fun. So thanks to everyone who played along at home.
Cheers for
Thanks
saying, Ian. That was
to the
great.
pair of you. I'm sure I'll see you both very, very soon. But until then, have a lovely Christmas season fun and joy.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Cheers,
Christmas.
guys. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Trevor. See you guys soon. Take that off.